What's up, y'all? So yesterday was my first vendor event at a church flea market. It was very fun to watch everybody run around in the rain. That being said, there was not as much foot traffic as there could have been. Still sold one plant. It's awesome. One concern that I just kept hearing, which brings us to this video, is the overall care for these plants. As you can see, I am outside. I'm under a white tent so that I can mimic a cloudy day. The sun will rise over here in the east, and in the middle of the day get nice diffused light until about 4:30 to sunset, where the sun isn't as intense. Now I could tweak the par and spectrum of light that I have by adding artificial lighting and helping out some extra color through these plants, just come out. But it's not necessary unless you want to take it there, and if you do, then ask any questions and I'll be willing to either help you or just research it with you and figure it out together. So as you can see, I've got a few of these, or most of these plants, doing very well out here, and the only thing that'll ever be for sale is something that's doing well out here. I have them potted up in long fibrous sphagnum moss and perlite. Here's this mix, the mix right here. About 50 to 60% perlite and the rest long fibrous sphagnum moss. This is the water that I use. Purified water or distilled water, RO water. Any of those would be fine. If you have an RO system, I would definitely utilize that. Good for you. I'm jealous. I will fertilize only the leaves because plants will take up nutrients through their stomata in the leaves. Need a microscope to show you that. But this is Max C 16-16-16 NPK, which is light but also very balanced, and I'll just use 1/4 teaspoon of that. Turn that the right way as you can see it, and that is per gallon of water. I'll hit under the leaves, on top of the leaves. Try my best to avoid the pitchers. I don't want to. You could give some of it to the inside of the pitchers and it could help them, but it will also probably burn out or spend your pitchers a little bit faster than you would want it to. So, keep that in mind. It will push growth though. So, again, keep that in mind. And then as far as humidity goes, in order to combat the fact that Florida has these humidity drops, I will mist in the morning. Unless it's raining all night and all morning, then I would skip it. And then in the evening, again, unless it's been raining all day, then I would skip it. Check this guy out right here. So the way that these plants have modified their entire method of feeding, if you will, is due to where they're from, where they have to pretty much compete with microorganisms that take up all the nutrients, funguses, algae, where they're from, that just don't allow any more nutrients to be processed through the roots, through the roots to feed the rest of the plant. So the leaf has modified itself, or the plant has modified its leaves to make pitchers. This is considered a part of the leaf, a leaf itself. This is the whole leaf. So that's pretty interesting. And what it'll do is some species will have just nectar all throughout the peristome here, which is this rim or lip. Proper word is peristome. But this one in particular has fangs that will focus most of the nectar towards the tip of those fangs. And early in the morning when it's nice and dewy, sometimes you'll see little drops of nectar there until the ants come and try to drink it and fall in, thus feeding the rest of the plant. All of them pretty much do that. That one is just the specifically special one that has those crazy fangs. And anything else I could show you here? Yes. So this is a cool one. I got this in the mail, and it broke on me. You can see right here. This is not stem rot. This is just where it broke, and it was super short, and now it's grown to this awesome little monster. And with the tip that broke off, I was able to fairly easily propagate it, or clone it if you will, in the same medium or substrate. All I had was these two leaves at first, but now I have a whole pitcher developing. That is a stress pitcher. As you can see, the lid is small, but nonetheless it's growing. And the next pitchers will definitely be a lot better, as I'm able to feed that pitcher and it's able to do its thing. Now, one thing I just want to point out is that this hobby, if you do decide to deep dive into it, the word clone will be used a lot, improperly, if you're asking me. So a clone is an exact cutting of an exact plant to reach those exact characteristics. Assorted clones through seed are not true clones, because you will get a lot of variety in seed-grown plants. Some of them might have stripes, some of them may not have stripes. Actually, have a good example right here of something that was supposed to be stripy but just didn't. And it's just more of a solid green, speckly kind of, you know, little color gradient going there. So don't let that fool you. Pretty sure that was just some kind of like sale tactic to get people to think that they're getting the exact thing that, you know, they were told they were getting. But it is what it is. You have a bunch of different characteristics, like nice red emerging leaves. Oh, this one. Stripes, fringe wings. Some of them are nice and squatty, some of them are long. But they're all extremely beautiful. It's more of a subtle all red species. And speaking of which, they are in the same family or genus as that is Nepenthes. Excuse me. And then the hybrid is the cross of two species together. Like let's see, one that I haven't shown you yet. So this is the genus Nepenthes and the species Glandulifera, crossed with two other species, Loei truncata, giant form. That's just a characteristic of the just the kind that it was. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. You guys, let me know if you have any questions, anything that I missed, anything you want to say, have to say, feel like I shouldn't have said. You let me know. We can discuss it. I'm a civil human being, so let me know.